Hello, welcome back to the channel. It's Natalie. I am playing with quite a few things out of this February release. This is a postage stamp die. You know what I'm talking about. From my stash, I have the chocolate Easter Bunny stamp set that we're going to use the carrots and also the stamp from. Hatching egg, we're going to use the grass and the face and I think the egg is involved in that one too. And the bunny box, we just have the ears. I have die cut everything out of white cardstock or black for my little face, and I'm just adhering all those pieces together that need to go together. So the eyes will go on some white, the beak will go on some, because it's white, so it will go on some black, and we'll color that in with a little bit of Copic coloring later on. I have die cut this 3 times, but I'm only going to show you the once. You've seen it once, you've seen it probably more times. I have the YG67, YG17 and YG03, and I'm going across that 2 times, and I'm going to trim off the bottom because this is meant to sort of sit and basically be a pop-up feature in the card, but we're going to use it a bit differently because I like using things and showing you things that can be used hopefully a little bit differently, hopefully. So I've got 3 of those cut out and colored. I have R30, C5, C3 and C1 for my little bunny ears. I don't often do C5, and I'm actually going to trim one of those or both of those off a little bit, so it's not going to be quite as strong. My little carrots are going to be YR27, YR24 and Y08. I did have a lighter color. This is what I'm doing here. I'm just checking the color is going to be acceptable. That's my bunny, and I'm going to come back in a little bit later on, use the same colors on my little beak. I'm going to do a couple of little lines with the YR27 just lightly, just a flick from the top of the carrot down to the bottom, just for a little bit of interest. Here we go. Just that one's a little bit light, but you'll see in the other ones I'm going to do those a little. It's a YR27. That was a YR24, but I do actually do it in YR27 later, FYI. My same greens, because I find that if you have all these colors a few times in the, I'm just showing you there where my ears came from. In the design, it helps with linking everything together. This is Salty Ocean Distress Inks. I'm going to stamp my Happy Easter with VersaFine, and then we're going to do a bit of masking with the bottom panels, and hopefully it's going to be, I think it's a nice bright Easter card, and I hope you think so too. This is Mustard Seed. In the original sort of thought about this, I mean, obviously you can use these things with lots of different fun bits and pieces. You've got 2 other eyebrows. You've got a eyelash and just an eye. You can give them 2 different ones. That's all I'm trying to say. You can, I forgot what I was going to say, but I'd like to show you a variation of other things that you can do, because sometimes we get a little bit stuck with how the original designers were intended to use the die, but they also got heaps of other ideas of how you can use this die, because they obviously don't want it to be a one and done thing. So using your stash, stretching your stash out. With some of my green, I'm going to trim up. You don't end up seeing this in the end. I could have used it elsewhere, but you know, it's all good. I have adhered those down flat. I think the other thing I was going to say was this originally has little wings for a little chick hatching, because it's the hatching egg. I don't know anywhere else. I would assume it's the same thing. Quite a few other Easter eggs have little faces on them. So that's what I was channeling today. I was channeling all that. These other two grassy little mounds, I'm just going to trim him off slightly, are going to be raised up. So he's nestled in a little patch of grass. And I have got picked raspberry, and I'm going to go back in with the same yellow mustard seed. And I'm going to trim off some of this because I'm going to do it all of the 4 remaining. I didn't bring my cards in. I'm in my bedroom doing the voiceover. So 4 little panels. I will get to that one on the far right very shortly. I just completely didn't realize I had totally missed him. I'm just sort of figuring out where I'm going to position all my greenery. You could add obviously a few more things to this, but I'm working with that. I've got 3 carrots, as you can see here. I have coloured 2 with, if you had them standing upright, shading on the right hand side, and 1 with shading on the left. So I'm just working out where to position all my little elements here. This one I'm going to cut at a little bit of an angle because I thought it was rather cute just to have him off, one ear straight up and one ear off to the side. Adhere most of those down. The ears are going to be glued flat. My little carrot is going to have a little bit of foam. And then the only thing that we have left is going to be a little bit of bling. Ears are going to be glued on flat as well. This is just some glue out of my stash that I've put into a finer nozzle just so I could have a little bit more control. At this point I've forgotten about my little carrot here, but we will fix that, I promise. I've positioned a couple of my little confetti sequins around. I'm going to adhere those down, and then I will glue my last little carrot. The final thing, I've completely forgot. I still don't even know. He's glued. He's not flat. Or maybe I have already glued him, but I did glue him off camera because I did forget. This is slightly higher, so I'm going to trim a little bit off the base just to even him up. And that is my card. That's it. The last thing I'm going to do is going to be a little bit of glossy accents on his little eyeballs. And I thought it would be fun on the carrot, just a tiny little bit. I will leave a link down below to the website where you can pick up all these cute little goodies. And more information there's also over on the blog, which I will have, I think it's down below. That is it for me today. I hope you're well. Have a wonderful day, and I will talk to you very, very soon. Take care. Bye bye.